The way you react to things, the way you respond to things are most times because of your childhood trauma. And I believe that. Honestly, I really, really do believe that. Anyways, hi, in case you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Tosin. On here, I do videos on self improvement, self development. In case you've been here before, you already know you are welcome back, Mariji. I'm so happy to have you here once again. So, guys, without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, I will use the firstborn daughter as an example because that's how I can relate more, right? There are certain things that I do now is because I'm a firstborn daughter. Now, my independency level is so high. Independent, like I can be so independent. And growing up and getting older, I don't want to be. Sometimes I just want to be soft. I just really want to ask for help now. So that is a problem that I know that I feel like my inner child, kind of had a problem with because I wanted people to do things for me the way I am doing it for them. Do you understand? I wanted it so much as a child. Like, I'm doing this for this person, my siblings. I love them, by the way, and I've always loved them. But can they do the same for me? Can someone else do the same for me? Do you understand? I want something like that, right? So growing up now, I've come to understand that okay, yes, this is something that I face, and why do I face that? Oh, it's because as a child and all that. Now, how did I start to heal that? I started to point it now that okay, the reason I'm very independent and the reason that people feel like they can't help me is because I show that I'm independent, right? So how can we deal with that? Right? How can we make my inner child feel seen? How can we make her feel like yes, it's okay for you to ask for help and it's okay for other people to help you? It got so bad to a point that if people want to help me, I'm like, why are you helping me, right? But I had to correct myself with that this was what I wanted as a child. So why is it that them doing it for me is something that I find very strange, right? So I had to acknowledge it. I had to know that yes, I have it. It's a fear. It's not. It's okay for you to know that you have certain insecurities or certain feelings as a child. Look back at your childhood, how you grew up. What were the things that you knew you didn't like, no matter how old you were? We all had feelings. We did not wake up one morning and we became 18-year-old or 20-year-old or 25 or 30-year-olds. We were kids. We were 5 years old one time. We were a year old. We had feelings at the time, right? So think back about it. Think about it. There are certain things that you do now as an adult that is because of what happened, when you were 10 or when you were 11 or something that has shaped you into who you are now, right? So it's always very important. Think about it and try to give those things to yourself. Don't wait for other people to do it. Like I said, now I ask for help. I like to get things done by myself. Why? Because I feel like I'm the only one that can do it, right? That it would be nice for me. But right now, I ask for help. Do you understand? Please help me do this. Please help me do this. Help me bring this. And I am loving it. So recognize whatever it is and acknowledge that yes, that is the problem that you have. The next one is to create a space, a safe space for yourself. You know how they come and say, is this a safe space to be vulnerable? Speak to yourself gently, right? Now I will continue to use my example throughout this, and when I started to like make changes, I'm like gently telling myself it's okay for someone to want to help you. It's okay for someone to feel like you deserve this. It's okay for someone to feel like they can help you to do things. It's okay for someone to ask you, what do you want me to do for you? How can I help you? That's why they always say that firstborn daughter acts of service is one of their love language. Acts of service is one of my love language. I just really like that people can do stuff for me, right? So it came from that feeling, right? And I had to, telling myself gently. So you have to tell yourself gently, no matter what your insecurity might be, right? Tell yourself gently that okay, yes, it's okay. Like I said, for people to help me, or it's okay for me to do this. Make yourself feel safe, right? A if you have the opportunity to have like coffee or ice cream date or something with your 10-year-old self, how will you want to discuss with your 10-year old self, right? How will you start? How will you make her or him feel very welcome so that they can, you know, be vulnerable to you? And when they are vulnerable to you, what is it that you send back? I hope that my illustration, really make more sense. So it's always very important to create a safe space for that your inner child inside of you. It is very, very important. The next one is to reparent yourself. Now this is one thing that I feel like automatically I did, and I didn't think much about it. Now, our parents, great people, right? But one thing I know and I've noticed about parents is that they did the best they could do. They did what they felt like was okay, what they thought was okay, and some of it were actually wrong, right? So you have to relearn certain things. You have to know that, okay, I know my mom used to like to do this, but I don't think it makes any sense. Do you understand? You reparent yourself. Whatever validation you feel like your parents didn't give you when you're younger, start to give it to yourself, right? Whatever love, whatever thing that you feel like you didn't get as a child, you need to start to give it to yourself, right? Whatever rest, whatever calmness, whatever thing that you feel like my parent did a great job raising me, but you see in this aspect, they didn't do it good. Reparent yourself. You don't have to stick with whatever it is that your parent taught you. Now, I'm not saying that you should go against your parent, but you don't have to stick to it as an adult throughout your life. You need to understand that no, this is wrong, right? We need to do it like this, right? Because you like it well, if you want to have kids, you are actually going to do the same thing, right? I've seen a lineage and I've seen that the what the first generation parent did is what they transfer to their children, and is what their children transfer, because that is what they know and that's what they understand. And most people don't tend to say, okay, the when my parents write about this, we always really scared to, and we always believe that our parents are always right. They are not always right. They just did the best that they could do. When I have my own child too, I will do the best that I can do. I will think that sorry, my mind just went to my phone, my mic. I will think that this is the best I'm doing. This is the knowledge that I have. But meanwhile, it's actually not great, right? So it's always very, very important to reparent yourself. It's okay for you to learn and unlearn and learn again and unlearn. It's okay. It is okay. It's okay. Most of all, our parents didn't know some of these things. So in their own generation, they didn't really teach themselves certain things. They didn't enlighten themselves on certain things. They just stood where this is what my parent taught me and this is what I'll pass on to my child, right? So it's always very important to reparent yourself. The next one is to be joyful and to be playful. Now, a lot of us don't really think we need to be playful. Now, if you grow up with parents that they need you serious all the time, you never really felt like you played as a child, or you never felt like you saw joy as a child, right? Because they're actually people that grew up in a very, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do, you have to be you have to be proper as a lady, you have to be this as a lady, you have, so there's no space for you to just explore some kind of fun. There's no space for you to just be by yourself. Why? Again, is because you have it at the back of your mind that, oh, your parents, they are actually, they know best. So if they say I need to be strict, I need to be proper, if they say I need to be this, I need to be that, that is what I have to be. Now, I'm not saying that those things are bad, but when you do those things, go back to being playful. Now, a lot of people's childhood were stolen from them for different reasons. Some people didn't grow up in a proper family, gathering. Some people just didn't have that childhood great memories. Why some did, and which is so great, which I will always preach. Make sure that your children have like great family time, great childhood, because it sticks with them over the years. Now, some of them grow up as adults and just feel like, oh, I didn't have this fun, I didn't have this joy, I didn't. Some people will technically tell you that they didn't know what it meant, to have like a father, right, or have like a mother. It's just life, and it's just what they were born into, and it's not a bad thing, but it's just life. Everybody's life is not the same, the fingers obviously are not equal. But if you know that you're that type, find joy, connect with your childhood, like just connect with it. I'm going to use a popular person as an example. That is Davido's cousin. Why am I forgetting her name? Wow, that's Nico's living sister, right? A lot of people see her online when she's happy, she's dancing. And some people are always like, as old as she is, she's dancing. That lady had her first child when she was like maybe 15 or something. She didn't have much to party. She didn't have much to have fun, during the time, because she was training and taking care of a whole child. And she did that motherhood thing for like almost 15 years, because I think she's 30 plus. Can you people allow her to have fun? Right? People always just like, she's just dancing. Every time she'll be dancing, she's just trying to live and find joy and be playful. Why do you guys have a problem with that? Right? So it's always very important, whatever it is that you feel like you didn't enjoy, as a child, please feel free, go and enjoy it. If it's jumping on the trampoline, be what's it called, go and do it. Find joy, be playful, be happy. I tell you something for free, your 10-year-old self will be happy. There are so many things that your inner child wish that she or he did. Go and do them as an adult. Yes, if you are so ashamed of those things, go and do them when people will not see you, but take pictures for memories, right? And just do them, have fun, be happy with yourself. Trust me, that 10-year-old is going to be happy with you. Last but not the least is to set boundaries that protect that inner child of yours. Now, a lot of us have so many things going on for us. We have so many things that we don't like that is happening to us. Why? Because we do not have boundaries. We don't have boundaries. Now, I'll use myself as an example, because I felt like I had to always give and give and give and give and give. I didn't have boundaries when it came to giving. I will always give to the extent that I was always discomforting myself. Then, when I started thinking back about it, I started having boundaries. If I am not comfortable to help you to do certain things, if I'm not comfortable to do certain things for you, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, that's like where I am right now. I'm not going to do it. And I will gently tell you no. Right? And ever since, I've just been happy doing it. I found peace. It seemed like I healed like my 10-year-old or my 15-year-old or my 18-year-old, right? Or even my 20-year-old, from the fact that I have to take care, clean after people. I have to take care of this person. I don't have to mommy anybody, right? So now I just set boundaries for that child. So that child is happy with me at this point now, that yes, you are standing up for yourself. You set boundaries. You don't give too much of yourself, and you allow people to help you. You don't always pour your cup. You're allowing people to pour back into you. And trust me, she's happy with me, and I'm happy with her too. I'm happy that she's happy, right? Because it took me a long time to get to this point. So it's always very important to set boundaries to protect your inner child. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Share this video to someone that you feel might need it. I really appreciate it. Subscribe. This is thumbs up, yeah, but subscribe if you're not. I will really appreciate it if you join the family, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye all.